allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. A few sprinkles possible early, otherwise decreasing clouds throughout the day. See a high near 77. Tonight, mainly clear skies with a light breeze, a low around 49. And tomorrow, a chance of showers and storms in the afternoon. Otherwise, partly sunny skies, a high near 83. I'm meteorologist Kyle Becker from 93.7 The Ticket and TicketFM.com.
93.7 The Ticket is Lincoln's home for Kansas City Royals baseball in 2026. Catch all the action as Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and a pitching rotation led by Cole Reagans try to lead the Royals back to the postseason. That's Kansas City Royals baseball all summer long. On the air in Lincoln at 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Well, I'm an interior designer. A lot of builders don't have designers on staff. I'm included with our Aspen package and can make your home more custom to your taste, your needs, and your wants.
Rachel's our interior designer at Aspen Builders. She's one of the reasons that makes us really good at what we do. I'm Bob Benish, and we absolutely love how Rachel takes care of our clients.
I think the biggest challenge with building is a lot of clients are worried about all the choices. When they come in, they kind of have a deer in the headlights look. I like to ask people at the end, so what did you think? And usually they pause and they say, you really broke it up, kept it simple. We just did one meeting at a time, so I wasn't looking at all the decisions I had to make. I had plenty of time to decide things. You walked me through it all. It made it simple.
Make your dream a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your dream home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
When Nebraska businesses win, we all win. And the Nebraska Chamber is helping make that happen. Tackling the tough stuff, like job creation, affordable and accessible childcare, and building a stronger workforce. We're stepping up so local businesses can step forward. If you want to see Nebraska keep growing, keep competing, and keep winning, get connected with the Nebraska Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Learn more at nechamber.com.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
This is the Adam Carriker Show.
Position right of the quarterback, out of the shotgun, 1st and 20. Jailbreak screen in the air. It is tipped. It is intercepted by Carriker at the Missouri 21-yard line.
Live from the heart of Lincoln, America, 8-year NFL vet and All-American defensive lineman Adam Carriker.
Shotgun snap to Everett. He's got the left arm going, and now he's got a whole lot of Adam Carriker who rips him down inside the 25-yard line.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Adam Carriker.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the Adam Carriker Show here on 93.7 The Ticket. It is a glorious Friday. Get ready for the weekend. No shortage of things to talk about. So, I had my birthday recently, so I've been in and out on top of the news. What's recently been talked about here on The Ticket as far as the whole Trey Taylor, Torrey Pittman, all that good stuff?
Yeah, that definitely had a little bit of the airwaves yesterday, as there's a little bit of fear in Nebraska, or in the Nebraska recruiting class might be starting to be picked apart.
So, all right. So you tell me, Here's what I know, and then you tell me what's been talked about, what's not been talked about. Ryan Day did meet with Trey Taylor. Trey Taylor's family made Nebraska aware of it. Nebraska understands. Nebraska was aware. Trey has still shut down his recruitment. Now, Ryan Day's son does a lot of these camps and whatnot, and so there's a lot of crossover between Trey and Ryan Day's son. So I'm sure Ryan Day has seen a lot of Trey. Trey's performed very well at a lot of these things. So there has been conversations. He has seen them. Nebraska's aware of them. I will say this. They informed Nebraska. Nebraska understood. But also, his recruitment is still shut down. They also have said they are not taking a visit to Ohio State. This is not going to be the first school to come after Trey Taylor or Torrey Pittman or other guys in our class. When you have people, like good players, other people are going to want your players. It's still the wild, wild west. A commitment, in general, doesn't mean a whole lot. Some commitments, I feel, mean more than others. And we can dive into that in just a second. Like, I do think there's a little bit more to potentially, I'll let the cat out of the bag a little bit. I feel like Trey Taylor's going to be a Husker. The odds are severely in that favor. I think the odds are in the favor of Torrey Pittman being a Husker. Maybe not as high. There's a lot of time between now and signing day. Commitments may or may not mean as much as they used to. They don't. But basically, Trey has said his dad is not hard to get a hold of. His dad is not hard to chat with. I'm not the only person who can do this. His dad actually hit me up a couple of weeks ago. There were some rumors about Trey and LSU. He's like, not true. Can you shut him down on your end, as far as your end, things of that nature? I hadn't even mentioned it. We never mentioned it on this show, did we? The whole Trey and potentially LSU and all that stuff. So. No, we never mentioned it. So he actually got to me. I don't even know if I would have mentioned it. He's like, Trey is fully in on Nebraska. He's fully committed to Nebraska. And that is the way that they still feel. They are fully in on Nebraska, fully committed to Nebraska. There was a conversation. They are not with Ohio State, with Ryan Day. There's going to be more conversations because other schools are going to come after him. They're going to come after Pittman. They're going to come after good players. Until the ink dries on your letter of intent on signing day, it's still wide open. People go after coaches. People go after players. This is not news. None of this is new. So it's not going to be the first school. It's not going to be the last school. It is a headlining school. When you think about some schools going after Trey, I'm not going to list some of these schools that are popping into my head because it would come across as disrespectful, but it'd be less eye-catching. If an Ohio State goes after your school, it's like, oh, Ohio State, okay. When he released his top 10, he committed about a year ago, a little over a year ago, traded to Nebraska. Released his top 10, Ohio State was in it. He has a high school teammate that's going to Ohio State. There are connections there. But Trey has been fully committed to Nebraska. And if you remember when he and Tay Ellis said they were going to move to Lincoln, commute to Omaha, play high school football there, there was a bit of an uproar, just basically because high school football in the state of Nebraska is kind of crazy to a certain degree. There's some lopsided, some people feel unfair, unsafe games on Friday nights at times, topic for another day, but that kind of bled into, oh, here comes more of that. I said at the time, I don't think Trey, like he's not oblivious to what's going on in high school football in the state of Nebraska, but that's not his focus. So I think it was a little bit of uncharted waters for him. For him, it was, I want to get on campus. I want to get as much time around the playbook, as much time around the university, as much time there as I can before I officially step foot on campus in January as an early enrollee. I think that's how he saw it. I know that's how he saw it. And I said at the time, if you want someone who's committed, this is what commitment looks like. This is as much commitment as you're going to get out of somebody. And that was my statement at the time. Did I say something different at the time, Jake?
I don't think so.
You know, that's not very much back. I'd rather you call me out or back me up. Like, what? That's
No,
not very much affirmation right there. That is what I said. Now, let's be clear. They have shut down the recruitment. They're not taking. Now, when things get interesting is if they start taking official visits to other places. If Trey were to take an official visit, if Pittman were to take an official visit. Right now, there's none set up that we're aware of. Okay, Torrey was in Miami a couple of weeks ago. But until then, you feel relatively decent about this. And this is newsworthy. This is something we're talking about. Ohio State, Ryan Day, one of the premier college football programs in the country, going after what would be Nebraska's prize recruit. A guy I'm legit excited about for multiple reasons, on multiple levels. That is something that's newsworthy and going to catch people's attention. So I don't think it's unfair to talk about it. Does this guarantee he's going to be here? Well, nothing's guaranteed. Like I said, until that ink dries, nothing's guaranteed. He is as committed of a commit as you can possibly get at this point in time. The peer recruiting, the way he's gone about things, the fact that he wants to move to Lincoln, play high school football here. As often as he's here, a lot. He's as committed as you can get. Now, I don't know details on this, so I'll step back and speak more in general terms. I know that colleges can play high school players. Like, again, I don't know specifics on this for specific players. In general, if you wanted to pay them, I'm just going to throw out a number, $10,000 a month. They'd sign a contract, and if they decommit and go somewhere else, they got to pay that back. Again, I'm not saying that specifically is or is not what's going on here with Trey or any other specific commit. I know in general you can do this. So maybe that plays a part here. Maybe it doesn't. When you're a university and a guy's committed, so you don't go after another quarterback or another running. You can only have so many quarterbacks, running backs. Unlike linemen, you can have a lot of O-linemen in that room. You can have a lot of D-linemen to a certain degree. You got to have a bit of confidence that they're actually going to come. Especially where Trey, who committed before his junior year, how do we know he's actually going to come here? So last minute, then he'll go somewhere else, and we're kind of left holding the bag. Last year, obviously, we know Dayton was going to come. That didn't work out. We had another individual who was going to come. He did not indeed come, correct?
Sorry, I was looking at something.
Like in our recent recruiting class, we actually did not have a quarterback that actually stepped foot on campus.
Oh, no. Yeah, I remember that. The flirtation with the Las Vegas kid there for a second.
Yeah. Which, very athletic. I was actually like, wow. With all due respect to Dayton, who's a tight end now at Oregon, or will be, I was like, this may have been an upgrade, potentially. He didn't step foot on campus. You can't have multiple years where you don't bring in a quarterback, though. You don't want to bring in a bunch, like 2 or 3 every year. That would be ridiculous. You really don't want more per class, which is interesting because Ohio State has a 4-star commit right now at quarterback. And Trey's not the only guy they're going after. They're going after multiple other schools committed quarterbacks right now. It's not just Trey. They must not have a ton of confidence in that individual. He's a 4-star, okay? I mean, to Ohio State, it's a 4-star. I was like, okay, 4-star. No big deal to them. They're going to go try to get the best of the best because that's what they do, because that's the level they're competing at, and that's what they should do. When it comes to Trey, I would be surprised if he doesn't play for Nebraska one day. It doesn't guarantee a freaking thing. What I'll tell you is they are as committed as somebody can possibly be right here, right now at this moment in time. That's what I know. There's also going to be other schools who come after him. There really is. It's not going to, let me just pull a school out of there. If I'm Notre Dame, all right, we really like this Trey Taylor kid. He's committed to Nebraska. Oh, can't talk to him. Nope. Doesn't matter an iota. We're going after him or whoever. Just like I'm sure, like we know Matt Rule, Nebraska are going after kids that are uncommitted, kids that are committed to other schools. It just is what it is. What was your take on this? Because I was out yesterday. I was not tuned in to what was said here yesterday, which is why I asked for a recap. So I just went ahead and shared what I know. If you can't tell, I'm ready to do the show today. We got a lot to talk about. I got like a whole list of topics here. So I know this is kind of the headline. I wanted to get right to it. But what was talked about here on the ticket? What's your take on this? And what scenario would it take in your mind? I'm not trying to speak this into existence, okay? But if there were a scenario where Trey doesn't come here, what do you think that would look like? And we don't want to spend a bunch of time on that, but just I also don't want to live in oblivion either. What do you got?
Yeah, it's really interesting because I think if you look at it from the outside, I mean, you could come up with all these different reasons why you wouldn't want to come to Nebraska, but they were all there. They've been there, right? And so what would change about this situation? Oddly enough, I think what may have started all this is that Notre Dame, who used as example, landed wonderful Champ Mons the fourth, Wonder Mon's grandson. And so that was the quarterback they were in on. And so then they kind of had to pivot and now looking Trey Taylor's way. But yeah, I mean, it is interesting. I guess with the level of commitment, like you said, I've never seen or rarely see a kid as committed as Trey Taylor is. I mean, it's one thing to move to play high school ball somewhere. I mean, that's that's a big step. But again, maybe it's been less of an opportunity, but social media, like, and some people might rub the wrong way. I know that's made some headlines one way or the other, but it is you've rarely seen a guy that is as committed as we've seen out of Trey Taylor. So, and he's had all these offers. Maybe maybe he can be bought. I mean, maybe there is, that's kind of always a thing you could think about in modern day. Maybe the price that somebody just wants to give him is too much to pass up or something like that. But it's just odd to kind of think about things that could change. Now, what definitely could change, obviously, is if this season doesn't go as well, and then you have to kind of reconsider there. So, I mean, that could happen. But again, that just happened this past season. Not that it went terribly or anything, but he was one of the first guys out there to defend Coach Rule in Nebraska when they were losing those games. Does that get tiresome after a while? Maybe it does. So I don't know if I don't have a whole lot of fear here, just because I feel like these opportunities, or to go play at a bigger school that has more of a chance to get the playoffs, all that sort of stuff, that's been there all along. And you just wonder too, because it was the same thing with Dylan when he went with Ohio State and Georgia, and it would be the same thing with Trey Taylor. If you commit to Ohio State, welcome aboard. Nobody necessarily is going to know you or care all that much, because you're one of everybody. Everybody here is the same quality, expected to be great, and they're going to have to fight it out for competition. Whereas Trey Taylor very clearly is a major reason for hope in the future at Nebraska. And so I think that's something that might draw him a little bit here. And I don't necessarily see that going away. So I, like you, I feel pretty confident that Trey Taylor will end up in Nebraska's class, and you got to expect this. And this is good. This is kind of like what we talk about with assistant coaches. Sometimes it can be good if there's interest in your assistant coaches to be moving up to be a head coach, or that, that means you're doing something well. And Trey Taylor is doing something well out there.
I will say this. If it did change and he did go somewhere else, that would get quite the reaction from Husker fans. So I bring that up because if you do get bothered by certain things, or you've had a strong reaction in the past to certain things, I always say passion with respect. Just keep in mind, if you do get, maybe there's the social media or stacking of high school football teams, I don't know how much more committed you want a kid to be at this point in time right now. It doesn't guarantee he'll be here. It's about as close to a guarantee as you can get without an actual guarantee until the ink dries on the name, on the letter of intent, on signing day in December. By the way, Brady Edmonds. I had his name and then it escaped me, so I had to look it up real quick. Brady Edmonds is, one of 9 4- and 5-star players at Ohio State. Just dime a dozen. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
There were 3 scenarios that popped into my head that could change Trey coming here. Number one, just a really bad season. You pointed it out. And last year wasn't like a really bad season. Okay, it wasn't what we thought it was going to be, all that. All right. It was still a bowl game, a winning season, etc., moving the goalposts. I get all that. I think Trey is aware that Nebraska is not playing at the level of some other schools right now, the level we're trying to get to. I don't think that's news to him. I think in his mind, I can come in, I can compete, I can battle, maybe I can start early. I guarantee that's in his mind. At Nebraska, as well as any other place, I guarantee whatever they have worked out right now, money-wise, they seem to be very happy with. But I don't think the wins and losses are as big a deal to him, because like Tate Ellis, and who's also, again, moving to Lincoln, going to play in Omaha next year, I believe they believe when they arrive on campus, they can change things and get things turned around, going in the right direction. I love the inner belief. I've shared this story, I think once, years before on the ticket. Lawrence Phillips, when he took his official visit, and again, I was not there. I was told this by someone I trust when I was visiting at Nebraska. That was a stacked running back. Think about all the running backs in the early 90s, okay? You try to list them, it's going to take the rest of the show. And he's sitting in the room, and the person goes, "Where do you see your name on this depth chart next year?" He goes, "Can I have the pen?" Hands him the pen. Right at the top, Lawrence Phillips, who puts a 1 by it. Like, he wasn't joking. He wasn't being, he was dead serious. This is how I see myself.
Mm-hmm.
I think in a similar light, that's how Trey and some of the other guys coming next year see themselves. It's not an arrogance way. It's a belief. And it's, well, if they don't have a great season this upcoming year, which everyone hopes that we do, obviously, we can get it rolling to the next level, whatever that next level is when we arrive on campus. And I think that's how they see it. So the wins and losses, I don't think are as big of a factor. So there was 2 things that really popped in my head. Number one, just a redonkulous offer. Just redonkulous. Just some billionaire comes, I'm not saying he'd offer him $1 billion, but just slaps a ridiculous offer on the table. Number one. Number 2, what's one of the major reasons you think he's so committed to Nebraska right now? Because this is the one I think actually could be the needle mover potentially one way or the other, if it happened.
More than what we've talked about. I'm
relationships.
sure.
Think relationships.
Yeah. Well,
relationships with the coaching staff.
Right. Yeah.
Including the head guy.
Yeah.
Hopefully we have a good season. Hopefully Matt Rule's here for the next 20 years. Like, that would be phenomenally phenomenal. But for some reason that changed in the near future. That would be the biggest needle mover, probably in his mind, based on the little information that I have. That would probably move the needle one way or the other. Does that make sense to you? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's probably just about everybody in the class and on the team, by the way, in modern day. I mean, we saw what happened to Iowa State. I think that's, I agree with you, but I think that would be, that would not be just Trey Taylor in that camp.
I will say this. The most important person in a program is the head coach. So you've always got to have the right head coach in place, regardless of anything else. And again, I hope Matt Rule's here for the next 20 years. You got anything off the text line? Because I do. I got stuff here, man. We gotta roll. But you got anything else? Oh, the other thing I had, Torrey Pittman. Again, seems like he'll be here at Nebraska. No other official visits scheduled. If you start seeing official visits scheduled, that's when the antennas go up. LSU, Miami seem to be the major players. If I recall, I think LSU was number 2 before he committed to Nebraska. I'd have to double check that. I do know the in-state thing matters to him, at least via people I've talked to. I've never spoken directly to Torrey like I have Trey or his dad. Little bit more, I'm trying to phrase it the right way. I think there's a little bit more of a chance he may play for someone else, but I still think the odds are in our favor. He's going to be in the red. All right. Anything else on that on your end, Jake?
Well, I think you explained a lot of this, but I think the best text here so far from Frank is, can you explain why Taylor is so set on the Huskers?
So a little bit of this I know, a little bit of speculatory. Like, I've never asked his dad directly, why are you so, like, why when he called me about the LSU thing, why are you so sad? I've never specifically asked him. Maybe I should. I don't know. I try not to be too nosy, but it's part of my job. It's a conflict for me, Jake. I know a lot of it is the relationships with Rule, with the staff. I would have to assume they like the deal in place. That's an assumption. To be that committed, I would have to assume, though, that, business is a part of this. That would have to be part of it as well. And I do think they legit believe, which is why he wants to be ready to hit the ground running as much as possible next January, that when him and his class gets here, that they can help build this thing even more in the right direction. I think that matters to him. There are some folks who want to go to a place and compete for a title. You're already a contender. Nothing wrong with that. I guess it depends on your situation, because Kevin Durant has been buried for that for years, but a little bit different situation with Kevin Durant. But you're coming out of high school, you're a high school kid, you want to play for a contender. I understand that. Some people don't want to go somewhere and just be another spoke on a wheel, which is exactly what Dylan said when he decommitted from Georgia and came here. I know coming here, playing right away, sticking out a little bit as a 5-star, that mattered to him. There was a business component of things as well. I think with Trey, I think it's the relationships. I'd have to assume the business end they're happy with. And I think they legit believe they can come in and make an impact and help build things when they get here. So again, a little bit of that is based on what I believe. A little bit of that is based on actual conversations. Take that for what it's worth. Man, I tried to go quick. You got any final thoughts?
I don't think so.
So lots to chat about when we come back. General college football stuff, bowl game projections. 1,000 teams will now be in the college football playoff. 2 billion teams will now be in the NCAA tournament. I'm rounding down, of course, with all of this. I already mentioned bowl game projections. Let's see, I had brief softball update. Oh, that's what it was. I kept moving past it because I sent it to myself in a text, and so it looked different. Nebraska is now playing Illinois on a Friday night. Do we care that it's on a Friday or not? All to be discussed the remainder of the show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Roses are red, violets are blue. You should treat mom to some barbecue. At Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, we think award-winning moms deserve award-winning barbecue without having to lift a finger. We invite you and your family to gather around our table on Mother's Day for Hog Wild slow smoke favorites, or place an order to go online at gohogwild.com for a spring picnic where mom is the guest of honor. We look forward to seeing you this Mother's Day. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
At Planet Fitness, we know how important it is to take care of both your mind and body. That's why now through May 15th, all new members get free massage amenities all month long, so you can reset, recover, and leave feeling stronger than when you came in. Join the club for just $1 down, $15 a month, and get free massage amenities for the month of May. No commitment. Deal ends May 15th. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. See club for details.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. A few sprinkles possible early, otherwise decreasing clouds throughout the day. See a high near 77. Tonight, mainly clear skies with a light breeze, a low around 49. And tomorrow, a chance of showers and storms in the afternoon. Otherwise, partly sunny skies, a high near 83. I'm meteorologist Kyle Becker for 93.7 The Ticket and ticketfm.com.
Is it time to replace your home comfort system? Call Bryant and save money in every way. Bryant provides you with solutions that save. Save big immediately with attractive rebates, and save every day with lower operating costs. Most important, though, the systems are selected to fit you. The right system, priced right, properly installed. That's the way Bryant works for you. How much can you save? Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing for a free estimate. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com.
Attention Lincoln riders, mark your calendars and get your gear ready. This is the weekend you've been waiting for. The official Honda factory demo truck is rolling into Nebraska for a massive 2-day event. This Friday and Saturday, May 8th and 9th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily, the Big Red Honda Semi will be at Rod's Power Sports in Southwest Lincoln, unloading a fleet of 22 brand new 2026 motorcycles. Experience the legendary Gold Wing, the adventure-ready Transalp, or the high-performance CBR sport bikes. They're all here and ready for you to ride. Bring your gear and your motorcycle endorsement because these test rides are free. Plus, just for completing a ride, Honda is handing out $250 in Demo Bucks coupons. You can use those savings toward any new, unregistered Honda two-wheeled motorcycle anytime within the next 30 days. At Rod's, it's a party for the whole family. We'll have free refreshments all weekend long with fresh brats served on Saturday. Saturday is also Family Day. Bring the kids out for fun games and activities while you check out the new lineup. Rod's Power Sports, 1030 South Taylor Road, your only Level 5 Honda powerhouse in Nebraska. For your safety, read the owner's manual and always wear a helmet and eye protection. Honda motorcycles are for riders 16 years and older.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
C&L Automotive reminds listeners, as our troops return home, many are left unemployed and deserted. Over 1 million veterans across the United States are currently looking for jobs despite having special skills and elite military training. Let's welcome troops home with open arms and make 2026 a year to hire smart, hire veterans. C&L Automotive at 1231 Saunders Avenue here in Lincoln. Call 402-475-0734. C&L Automotive, on the air because they care.
When something breaks, you want someone you can trust to fix it right. Empire Repair is now open in Waverly and ready to serve our community with reliable auto repair and maintenance. From routine service to bigger repairs, our team is here to keep you on the road. Stop by Empire Repair in Waverly or call 402-786-2224 to schedule your service today. Empire Repair, proud to serve Waverly.
Does someone in your household avoid phone calls because they can't hear clearly, or do they have difficulty speaking on the phone? Nebraska offers a solution. The Nebraska Specialized Telecommunications Equipment Program, or NSTEP, provides financial assistance for specialized devices like amplified phones, captioned telephones, smartphones with Bluetooth pairing to hearing aids, and speech-generating devices. If you're a Nebraska resident with a certified hearing or speech disability, you may qualify. It's not income-based, and once approved, you own the equipment. Learn more or apply at psc.nebraska.gov or call 1-800-526-0017.
This is the Adam Carriker Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. This is not breaking news. It's about 48-hour news, but it's connected to the first segment. Amir Brown, 4-star, all right, officially shut down his recruitment. Seems like he's officially committed to Nebraska. I believe him. Long time before signing day. Looking forward to seeing him in the red. You see how I walked both lines right there? I kind of went back and forth. But he has shut down his recruitment. That's got to be exciting. Other schools, stay the heck away. Jordy Fram, back-to-back Big Ten Pitcher of the Year. For my money, I was going to say the best two-way player in America. Does that just make you the best player in America if you're the best two-way player in America?
I think so.
By default. It still blows my mind. She didn't really hit at Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Leading in batting average, on-base percentage, up there in homers, and the Big Ten Pitcher of the Year. Nebraska is now playing Illinois on a Friday and at night. And the full text I got, making a hard game even harder. What are your thoughts on this? Okay. So just so everyone knows, we got our first 7 games, then we got a bye week, then it's Halloween. I'm until they say otherwise, in my mind, this is the blackout night game, Halloween night after the bye week versus Washington at home that night. That's just how I'm going to view it, till they say different. And then Friday at Champaign, Illinois, 7 p.m. Central Time, November 6th. Be our first November game. And I actually have something interesting to point out about Illinois and Rutgers back-to-back, because I don't know if anyone's noticed this. But what are your thoughts on the end of this text? Making a hard game even harder. So the person who texted me, this is as objective as they come. Andy Jurassic does a great job. Not going to lie, Andy, I had a little bit of a reaction to that last sentence. What's yours?
Well, I mean, I don't know if it makes it harder. It does. I mean, it makes it less days to prepare. Illinois got the same problem there, but because they're coming up, both teams will be coming in with 6 days rest. But it makes it a little bit more interesting. I do think it will obviously get a little bit more of the national spotlight being there on Friday as opposed to Sunday. But I just did the other day, and I don't know what your thoughts are on this, but I think the biggest 3-game stretch in Nebraska's season, not like the toughest, then you go to India. But I think I've said for a long time, I think that Washington game is the swing game. If I were going to go with another game that could be the swing game, I think it'd be Illinois. And then, I would include Rutgers in there just because that's almost like the expected win of the final 7 games. Like there's none other that you can say, well, yeah, you expect to win that one. So that's going to be pretty important. I think that's the biggest 3-game stretch for Nebraska's season. And, I think specifically this game, I don't expect either of these teams to be undefeated, but they're going to be fighting for whatever that is, 6-3, 5-4 for the loser, whatever it be. Brett Bielema and Matt Rule battling it out on a Friday night to see who's having kind of more of a successful season. I think this is very intriguing, but yeah, I mean, I think that the Illinois game's been somewhat overlooked and somewhat overhyped even. And I don't know if you can say that in both ways, but Illinois's got a lot of questions that they've got to answer this year. So I don't see it quite as the 9-win team from last season, but it's been kind of overhyped in that way because, you just kind of throw it in with the difficult schedule that Nebraska's had. At the same time, I don't expect any less than a rock fight in that game. And is Nebraska prepared to win rock fights?
So 2 things. Number 1, you completely stole my thunder.
Oh, sorry.
You didn't know it. You did a great job. Great minds think alike. I'm going to come back to you stealing my thunder. We did a great job. Because basically, I think Washington through Rutgers is the key point of the season as well. And I had not discussed that yet, but no, great minds think alike. I didn't know you were going to say that. You didn't know I was going to say that. So obviously, that's an important 3-game stretch. As far as Illinois itself, you're probably going to play on a Friday night. If you're Nebraska and Illinois is on the schedule, it's probably going to be Illinois. It's just the way it is. What is this? It's at least the 3rd time we played them on a Friday, if not the 4th.
Yeah, so we didn't play them last year.
Yeah.
But in 2023 and 2024, we played them on Friday. And I believe, before this.
Under Mike Riley.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I think we've only played them 1 time on a Friday at home. The other times have all been on the road. So for whatever reason, it's going to be Illinois, probably on the road on a Friday. That's okay. As far as making a tough game harder, I don't want to hear this. I don't. And I'm not getting on Andy. This is just in general. Like, this schedule could not have been laid out any nicer. You got the 3 non-cons, which we chose: Ohio, Bowling Green, North Dakota. Couldn't be any kinder. Literally, the 4 teams with the worst over-under win totals in the Big Ten, you've got 3 of them on your schedule. The one we don't is Purdue. We have Maryland, Michigan State at Rutgers, rotating back and forth between 3.5 wins, 4.5. Purdue's sitting at 3.5. Again, they're the 1 team we're not playing. So who is your 4th and 5th game against? Michigan State, Maryland. Great way to start the season. Indiana, Oregon. Got to play them eventually. They're on the schedulable. Okay? I just started throwing M's in words like education, schedulable. I don't know.
I like schedulable.
I have a lot of kids. All right. So then you play Indiana, Oregon next on the schedulable. You get a bye. The bye could not have been more perfectly timed. Like right before you're going to play on Halloween, right before you're going to play a good portion of really good teams, right before you go into November. Like if somebody were to ask me, like in the NFL, the teams that have a bye after week 4, that sucks. I'm just going to be honest with you. That sucks. It's always between week 4 and I think week 13 is when most buys are. The later in the season in the NFL, the better, because hopefully you're making a playoff run. And unless you're the number 1 seed, you're not getting a bye. So you want it to be as late as possible. A bye after week 7 in the college football season is about as perfect as you're going to get. Now, if you are making a playoff run, you still get, I mean, if you get the bye, you get the 25,000 days off. If you don't get the bye, you still get 10 and then another 10. Like you get built-in buys in the college football playoff. And if you're not a playoff team, you're playing in a bowl game or you're done. So it doesn't matter. You get a big break one way or the other. One is a few weeks, one is a few months. So in college football, around week 7 or 8 is like the perfect time to have a bye. Right after a couple of tough opponents, right before a few more good teams. So you get the bye right before you play Washington. Again, probably going to be the blackout game at home, at night. You couldn't ask for a better situation to play Washington. Then you got Illinois, Rutgers, Ohio State, Iowa. The schedule is not, it's more difficult than it's been either of the past 2 seasons, not even close. But it's just simply a new Big Ten schedule, and they couldn't have laid it out any nicer. Okay. I know enough to speak off the top of the head, but I'm just going to Google real quick Northwestern football schedule so I can get this all right. Because their schedulable makes no sense to me. South Dakota State, bye. Who doesn't need a bye after playing South Dakota State? They're a good team, but still. Then Colorado, Indiana, Penn State, Ball State, Michigan State, Rutgers, Oregon, Iowa, Ohio State, Minnesota, Illinois. 11 games in a row. And how many of those are playoff teams? That makes no sense. somebody at the Big Ten office has it out for Northwestern, or they just got the really short straw out of 18 teams. I've talked about Ohio State, Michigan. Part of that is who they scheduled in the non-conference, why their schedules are so tough. They're always going to play each other in the regular season, plus they've got Oregon, Indiana on their schedules. As far as playing Illinois you're going to play on a Friday. It might be a road game. Like, I talked a few times about Oregon's schedule 2 years ago. They played 8 straight. Let me get this right. They had an early bye because you had 2 byes that year. They had an early bye, then they played 8 straight games, and their last few games were all on the road, at Wisconsin, at Penn State. Their last 3 opponents were all teams off a bye that they had to play on the road in their house. Like, think about that. I get, you know, the one that makes no sense to me is the NFL playoffs. Why is there a Monday night playoff game? How big of a disadvantage is that to the teams that played on Monday? They got to turn around. I assume they just play on Sunday, because if you got to play on Saturday, that's just redonkulous. Well, I know why. Because of money. You're going to make more money. Like an early Saturday afternoon game or a Monday night playoff game. Which one's going to make you more money? That's why it's there. By the way, crazy idea. Let's move the Saturday night wildcard playoff games up earlier in the day and leave Saturday night wildcard weekend for the College Football National Championship. It's open. I'm just saying it's a crazy idea. That's not my original idea, but I highly support. Just throwing it out there. Nebraska's schedule is laid out as nicely as it can be with the teams that you're going to play. I understand you're going to have to go on the road. You're going to have to play on a Friday. You're going to have to play at Illinois. At some point, there's going to be some sort of a challenge. Whether we win, whether we lose, this is a part of the game of football. Thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, I agree. It lays out okay for Nebraska, and I don't know. I almost wanted to just kind of ask you too. You know, because you would think that at least for Illinois' sake, the game's at home, and so maybe there's less of a change there. You're going to obviously move your kind of practice week up or whatnot, but is maybe kind of going on the road for a Friday night game. At least it's already out of your element, right? So maybe it would hurt the home team a little bit more, just kind of feeling like something's a little bit off.
I don't have the stat in front of me, but a few years ago, there was a stat that was made public about Thursday night NFL games and the drastic winning percentage advantage the home team had. Like, it was drastic. In a short week, the home team always kind of has the advantage. In a short week, it is amplified a little. I think the shorter the week, the more it's amplified. But you're talking Sunday to Thursday. This is Saturday to Friday. So it's 1 day short. So does it help Illinois? I guess sure. Okay. When Illinois came in here a couple of years ago and they figured out how to beat us, they had the same thing. I don't know. Like, it's national television. It's bigger exposure. Hopefully Illinois is ranked. We get a win versus a ranked team, etc. Andy, you do a great job. The end of that, I know you're not the only one to think that, and I'm just like, ugh, I don't want to hear that. Let's see here. Anything off the text line real quick, Jake?
No.
Okay. Bowl game projections. Brett McMurphy has Nebraska in a bowl game. So that's good.
Good start.
Yes. Not in the playoff. Okay. How dare he?
Yeah.
That guy.
This time last year, there were a few people that would have said Nebraska in the playoffs.
Yes, this is true. Music City Bowl versus Ole Miss. Your instant, gigantic, huge May reaction, because it's May.
Well, I would be happy to make it obviously like a bowl game, like you said. I'm trying to think about where the Music City Bowl lies. This was the
Nashville, Tennessee.
The Nashville game. Yeah, but as far as like who would have played in it recently, and kind of what that would mean for Nebraska in the Big Ten in their finishes. So Illinois played there last year, and Illinois had a heck of a year. I was just thinking, Ole Miss, that's a heck of an opponent. But yeah, I mean, if you're finishing kind of like what Illinois did last year, which was 8-4 going into that game, I think that'd be what Husker fans are looking for this year.
So the Music City Bowl, the last time we were there, we played Tennessee, Mike Riley. I think it was I was about to say last year we had 9 wins. 2016.
It was.
Okay. So last year, Illinois, Tennessee. The previous year, number 23, Missouri versus Iowa. So it's a pretty good bowl. A little on the chillier side if I'm thinking about taking the fam. Country music's great. That would mean at least 7 wins, if not more. Probably 7 or 8 at least. If you're talking 9, because a lot of the teams with 9 or 10 wins get bumped up because of the playoff teams, you're probably thinking more of a Florida game, so they're probably projecting Nebraska to win 7 or 8 games. Any other final thoughts on that?
No. I mean, again, I think that would be a pretty favorable, or I would say that's a favorable look at where Nebraska could get to in a bowl game. Now, obviously, anything's possible. I don't want to be the one sitting here and counting losses and all that, but I mean, I think that would be a rather successful season if they get there.
Yeah, I agree with you. When I saw that, I was like, that's a pretty good bowl game. I know it's not thought of in the upper echelon, right, but it's not in the bottom, even close. Like, it's pretty good. Oh, going back to my Thunder gone, that's okay. Again, great minds think alike. In my opinion, first of all, the biggest game of the year is always the next game. But since we're the media, not coaches or players, we look beyond that, okay? Michigan State is pretty big, not if we win, but if we lose. So we need to win that game. So every game, like Maryland, but beyond we need to win, because what if we lose scenario, I went straight to Washington, Illinois, Rutgers, like you did. Because that's a 3-game stretch of winnable games. It's after a bye week versus Washington. Like you said, like I've said in the past, maybe the swing game of the year, the momentum game of the year. We win. I think USC was the momentum game of the year last year. Yeah. Obviously, didn't go the way we would like. It could be that Washington game this year, and I think it will be. Here's something else. We know this. Last time Nebraska won back-to-back road games, 2006. Far too long ago. It's so long. It's when I played. That's how long ago it was, Jake. Far too long
right,
ago.
Yeah.
Illinois and Rutgers in November.
Uh-oh.
So win those 2 games, you're guaranteed to not have a losing record in November. Plus, it'd be back-to-back road wins for the first time in a little too long. So that 3-game stretch is going to be a pretty key and telling 3-game stretch. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. Major Nebraska football updates will continue when we come back.
Are you looking for something different for lunch or dinner in Lincoln? Big 8 is now open at 1226 P Street, serving seafood boils and Asian cuisine. Get your hands messy with fresh, flavorful seafood boils, hot, cold, and made to share. Or enjoy classic Chinese and Asian dishes, perfect for lunch, dinner, or a night out with friends and family. Big flavors, generous portions, and a brand new dining experience. Big 8, now open in Lincoln.
Well, I'm an interior designer. A lot of builders don't have designers on staff. I'm included with our Aspen package and can make your home more custom to your taste, your needs, and your wants.
Rachel's our interior designer at Aspen Builders. She's one of the reasons that makes us really good at what we do. I'm Bob Benish, and we absolutely love how Rachel takes care of our clients.
I think the biggest challenge with building is a lot of clients are worried about all the choices. When they come in, they kind of have a deer in the headlights look. I like to ask people at the end, so what did you think? And usually they pause and they say, you really broke it up, kept it simple. We just did one meeting at a time, so I wasn't looking at all the decisions I had to make. I had plenty of time to decide things. You walked me through it all. It made it simple.
Make your dream a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your dream home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Love local wine, craft beer, cider, or spirits, or looking for a great non-alcoholic option? Then raise a glass at SIP Nebraska's 13th Anniversary Spring Festival, May 8th and 9th at Mahoney State Park. There's truly something for everyone with unlimited tastings, live music, great food, and unique experiences like skydiving demos, buzzed bingo, goat yoga, and fun lawn games. Plus, explore local artisans and take your favorites home. Make a weekend of it. Lodging is available right at the park. Grab your ticket package now at sipnebraska.com.
When Nebraska businesses win, we all win. And the Nebraska Chamber is helping make that happen. Tackling the tough stuff like job creation, affordable and accessible childcare, and building a stronger workforce. We're stepping up so local businesses can step forward. If you want to see Nebraska keep growing, keep competing, and keep winning, get connected with the Nebraska Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Learn more at nechamber.com.
Mother's Day is on Sunday, May 10th. Do you know what you're getting your mom this year? Stop procrastinating and get her the one thing she wants, a massage. The Body Shop in Lincoln offers all sorts of massages. All you have to do to win this Mother's Day is get Mom a gift card from The Body Shop. Swedish massages, deep tissue massages, hand and foot massages, and so much more. Buy your mom a gift card today at thebodyshoplincoln.com or stop by their office at 56 The Knoll. A single mom of 3 was facing eviction, struggling with a recent separation, health issues, and no job or childcare. She feared losing everything, especially her children. But then she found support in her community made possible by Nebraska Children and Families Foundation. She was connected to support. By the end, her bills were paid, she loved her new job, and hope replaced fear. This is what the Nebraska Children and Families Foundation does. They lift up young people and families so they can find stability, build brighter futures, and power a stronger workforce. Ready to help make more stories like this come true? Support the Nebraska Children and Families Foundation on Give to Lincoln Day. Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting lincolnteammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
At Cedars, we're here to make sure that kids have the safety and stability that every child deserves, where they're protected and where they feel safe. You make this possible. Today, more than ever, we need your support to be here for kids who have nowhere else to call home. Now through May 28th, make a big impact through Give to Lincoln. Give to Cedars now at givetolincoln.com.
At Planet Fitness, we know how important it is to take care of both your mind and body. That's why now through May 15th, all new members get free massage amenities all month long, so you can reset, recover, and leave feeling stronger than when you came in. Join the club for just $1 down, $15 a month, and get free massage amenities for the month of May. No commitment. Deal ends May 15th. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. See club for details.
Is it time to replace your home comfort system? Call Bryant and save money in every way. Bryant provides you with solutions that save. Save big immediately with attractive rebates, and save every day with lower operating costs. Most important though, the systems are selected to fit you. The right system, priced right, properly installed. That's the way Bryant works for you. How much can you save? Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing for a free estimate. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Attention Lincoln riders, mark your calendars and get your gear ready. This is the weekend you've been waiting for. The official Honda factory demo truck is rolling into Nebraska for a massive 2-day event. This Friday and Saturday, May 8th and 9th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily, the Big Red Honda Semi will be at Rod's Power Sports in Southwest Lincoln, unloading a fleet of 22 brand new 2026 motorcycles. Experience the legendary Gold Wing, the Adventure Ready Transalp, or the high-performance CBR sport bikes. They're all here and ready for you to ride. Bring your gear and your motorcycle endorsement because these test rides are free. Plus, just for completing a ride, Honda is handing out $250 in Demo Bucks coupons. You can use those savings toward any new, unregistered Honda two-wheeled motorcycle anytime within the next 30 days. At Rod's, it's a party for the whole family. We'll have free refreshments all weekend long with fresh brats served on Saturday. Saturday is also Family Day. Bring the kids out for fun games and activities while you check out the new lineup. Rod's Power Sports, 1030 South Taylor Road, your only Level 5 Honda powerhouse in Nebraska. For your safety, read the owner's manual and always wear a helmet and eye protection. Honda motorcycles are for riders 16 years and older.
This is the Adam Carriker Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Boom! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the Adam Carriker Show. Nebraska and Lincoln are being represented on Jeopardy! A show that originated on March 30th, 1964. In its original daytime format, it ran until 1975 and has been strong and running for over 40 years since. And you went to high school with this guy.
Yeah, I guess so. I didn't know until now. But Bob texted in and let us know about him. Says, Lincoln native, Lincoln Southeast 2009 grad. I'm an 08 kid. Huge Husker fan. Tristan Williams going for his third win on Jeopardy tonight. Shout him out.
All right. Shout out to Tristan Williams. Okay. couple of final thoughts here. And this was sent in, and hopefully these things change. There are things that have been improved. Like Matt Rule has stopped the bleeding. As far as justifying major expectations, I don't know that we're there yet. I don't know if they can be justified, but the bleeding has stopped. Is that a fair way of putting it?
Yeah.
Bleeding stopped?
Yeah, I think so.
Not justifiable big expectations yet. Love to be surprised. Love for that to happen. Oh, here's an additional text. Let me see. Oh, where'd it go? Good grief. Oh, there it is. Realism. Appreciate the show, fellas. Love your realism. Love the honesty. Realism is not negativity. Instead, propaganda is how complacency sets in and laziness becomes the norm. All right, so appreciate that. And these are things that I hope change. But this was sent in by Andy. He was here in his chat, obviously. Obviously, during non-Saturday games, all right, Rule struggled a bit during non-Saturday games, away games, night games. 4-10 on away games, 2-7 on non-Saturday games, 6-7 in night games. And the Illinois games are 3 of those games. The Illinois game combines all 3 of those, I should say. So, but you can't get the monkey off your back until you start getting monkeys off your back. And hopefully that's some of the things that we can do today. I have no idea if we play Minnesota 2 years from now, but I'd love to beat Minnesota, get that monkey off our back. Beat Iowa, get some monkeys off our back. By the way, the biggest 3-game stretch in Jake's opinion and mine, we mentioned, was Washington, Illinois, Rutgers. The single biggest game of the year is Iowa, I would say. All right, you got any final thoughts before we get out of here, Jake?
No, I agree with you. I mean, I think the biggest thing with Iowa too is just finish on a good note. My God, that's part of the 10, the losing 10 out of 11 times. It's not just the loss; it carries into you in the offseason. And they're gonna need to get it done this year and just be able to carry some momentum into the offseason for a change.
That's what the bowl game win allowed us to do, a year ago.
Yeah.
A little bit of momentum after the bowl game. Even though we didn't quite get the Iowa win, obviously, that year. I thought this was just disrespectful. Ranking the Big Ten men's college basketball coaches in 2026. Dusty May, what national title? Okay, we'll tolerate that. Tom Izzo, all right, legend. We'll tolerate that. Matt Painter, Brad Underwood, Ben McClellan, Great guard, Fred Hoiberg at 7. The Big Ten Coach of the Year at 7.
Yeah.
At 7.
Ridiculous.
Other than that ridiculousness, hope you all have a glorious weekend. Go Big Red. And always remember to throw them bones.